And Americans are currently digesting modified guidelines on nutrition recently released by the Trump administration, including a new food pyramid.
Yeah, those updated suggestions last until 2030 and prioritize whole foods along with high protein intake. Local 5's Emma Stroner sat down with a local dietitian who shares what advice you should follow.
The U.S. Department of Health and Human Services has released a new food pyramid, putting foods like beef at the top and foods like whole wheat bread at the bottom. I spoke with a local dietitian to see how this chalks up for your health.
The new guidelines recognize that whole, nutrient-dense food is the most effective path to better health and lower health care costs.
On January 7th, the Department of Health and Human Services rolled out new dietary guidelines through 2030, shaping them into this inverted pyramid. The pyramid replaces MyPlate, established in 2011, which replaced the older pyramid created in 2005 and the even older one from the 1990s.
We're returning to a food model that had some limitations.
As dietitian Brian Smith points out, the new pyramid looks pretty similar to the oldest one, just upside down. Smith tells Local 5 there's a reason that old model was eventually switched out for MyPlate.
It conveys balance, but also kind of portion control.
But now, MyPlate is a thing of the past, and Smith doesn't believe this pyramid is as easy to follow.
To say that this is new and different when it's really not exactly new and different is quite confusing. They want an emphasis on whole foods. They want an emphasis on least processed foods. That's great, but this does not seem to convey that.
Another food group the department emphasizes, protein. The new guidelines recommend 1.2 to 1.6 grams per kilogram of body weight per day, or just over 0.5 to roughly 0.7 grams per pound. For a 150-pound person, that's 81 to 108 grams per day.
If you happen to be a person in a larger sized body, it won't bode well for chronic health conditions in the future.
Among these new rules, what should you really take away? Well, at the end of the day, when it comes to what and how much to eat, we're all different.
When in doubt, always consult a nutrition professional.
In Des Moines, Emma Stroner, Local 5 News.